Good day, night, evening, whatever time may be, ladies and gentlemen. This is Darth Chain. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. Today we're going to be bringing you another Fractal guide. We're going to be doing Fractal number 5, the Snowblind Fractal. So let's head over to the portal and we'll see you guys in just a little bit. So with this Fractal you spawn around a campfire. Now the fire is going to be the main aesthetic for the first 2/3 of the Fractal. As you can see us run over here, we got this unlit bonfire and a ice wall just in front of us. So we're going to light this bonfire up and start the first obstacle. Now when you light the bonfire, you're going to get a lot of wolves, veteran wolves, and sons of Svanir that spawn, but the main objective is to grab the bundles of firewood that's littered around the area and throw it at the bonfire. You want to keep that stoked so the fire will melt the ice wall. Now the ice wall melts while the fire is still active, and I think it goes faster with the more fire you have on there, but there are ice elementals that march towards the fire. You can see one right there to my right. They will march straight towards the fire and try to put it out. So you can either break off and attack them or just keep running the fire. Now you're going to get hypothermia in this area fairly often. You can see I got a stack of it right now. That'll keep you in combat and damage you over time. It does more damage the more stacks you have, so watch that. So I'm going to run over to the fire and get rid of my hypothermia, or else it'll just slow me down a little bit longer. Plus it gets me out of combat for a little bit so I can heal up. So now we're coming on to the first boss, the Elemental... I believe it's the Elemental Source, yes. Now the main deal with the Elemental Source is you're going to have these 5 bonfires here. So 5 people, 5 bonfires, 1 person per bonfire. Try and get it to that. Firewood spawns around the bonfires at a regular interval, so you just want to pick it up, throw it at the bonfire, and then light it. There will be some sons of Svanir that spawn, just take them down. If you let too many fires go out, it'll cover the screen in a blizzard and teleport you around the map. It also has that secondary attack where it just shoots randomly out around. It's not too hard to run around it, but it can hurt from time to time. There you see the ice elementals, or elemental source's second attack. He shoots those little wind things right there that target the bonfires. You can see the orange circles pop up around the bonfires. You want to make sure you have a log ready to go and throw it back onto your fire pit. That way you can keep your fire going so it doesn't go out. Now, when you kill the elemental source, there's going to be an interactable object there that you need to interact with if you're making the Incinerator, Meteorologicus, or Frostfang. There's a frozen core you can see right there. So that was a pretty easy fight. Now we're going to run up into the corner over here, and there's a bridge. On the higher level fractals, everyone's going to want to stand on the bridge. And you're going to want like a Mesmer or a Thief to shroud everybody, but seeing as we don't have one, we're just going to run straight through it. The reason why you want to stealth through here, is there are a lot of enemies that spawn in this area on higher level fractals, and they can hurt. It does work like the ruins fractals, so if one person gets to the end, then anyone who's dead can just resurrect and be at the end of this little area. Once you see this, kill the son of Svanir Shaman, you're good to resurrect and be at his doorstep. Now we don't have to deal with hypothermia anymore because the elemental source was the one that was causing it, so we took it down so we don't have to worry about it too much. Now this fight's pretty easy on the lower level fractals. On the higher level ones it can be a bit harder. He does spawn with a couple of enemies, so we're going to target them down and then face Larnarr. So with Larnarr here, he will teleport away from the battlefield every 25% HP. From then he just kind of attacks, but we're going to skip 2 phases. You see we just broke his bar right there at 75%, so we're keeping him down here with us. Here he goes into phasing, so he'll shoot out these cones of ice that'll slam onto the ground like that, and he will summon more enemies. Now in higher level fractals, he'll also spawn 3 turrets up in the corners, so you want to just take everything out. But save the Ice Brute effigy for last, because that is what brings him back down onto the field. So once he's on the field, you just want to start DPSing him again, avoid his attacks, not too much to really worry about. We broke him again, so we skipped his phase where he turns into the bear, and here he goes right here. Again, if you break his bar and then get past the phase, you're good. But we won. There is another trophy you get in that chest if you're making the back piece. So I'm going to give a big thanks to the people on screen right now for helping me run this Fractal. It was pretty fun, and actually watching us skip some of his phases was hilarious. If you guys are enjoying the series, please leave a comment down below, or concerns about what I should be doing different to make him more informative. Other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Do take care.